How you doing?
Samson.
How you doing?
Samson.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Harry.
Harry? Sean.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Reenactment.
Yeah. You guys want to walk down a little bit this way?
Yeah, sure.
You just need roller skates and you guys would be all set.
I wish we didn't live on a hill. I wanted to stand on the skateboard and let him pull me.
How much does he weigh?
He's a little out of shape now, probably around 100.
Yeah. I think with all that pulling, it'd be like awesome.
That's why we can't really take him for walks, because he's so strong that, and we're in hills, so we're scared that he's gonna get away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, he's he needs legs of steel, so he doesn't
He's
drag
very
you.
strong.
Has he actually ever gone after a dog or anything? Or is it just excitement?
Yeah, tell him.
He actually attacked my little puppy the other. He actually was gonna go across the street to the neighbor's house, and he kind of saw her, and then he went around the car, and then that's when we realized, like, oh, he's out.
Right. So did he actually get woken? Or was he
No.
just kind of
The
like-
thing is, whenever he does that, he doesn't bite.
He does a weird nipping thing.
He doesn't know what to do, really. It's just he's fueled by adrenaline at that point.
Yeah.
When he gets out, it's just bad because we have to chase him. He runs straight across the street to the neighbor's house with a golden retriever that scared of his puppy.
Yeah.
So he just always associated.
The golden retriever scared him?
Yeah. Like,
Let them meet.
but like what he did with you right there, where he just was like jumping on you or whatever. He does that to like any new person, and they're just scared to even like come up to him. So then that's just how it is. You can't really meet new people. You can't meet dogs because he does the same thing.
He'll still try to like nip at you. I remember, like we got comfortable. I mean, I'm still scared of him, you know, but we got comfortable, and then I was petting him, and then he was on the couch, and I was kind of on level with him, and he kind of went after me, like tried to nip me.
Just keep everybody safe, and I mean, if you want to like move out here a little bit, give them some space.
Watch out.
Yeah, you can see he's just fixated now.
Right.
So taking him rough gum. Just this behavior the whole time. Pretty much impossible.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like a very good time for you.
Hey.
I have to have him holding him.
Take a spin around the block, and if it gets too much for you, let me know. We'll get into it. Yeah.
He's used to it.
How's your shoulder? Shoulder's getting worked out?
Oh yeah.
Man.
I don't have to go to the gym anymore.
No.
Wants to go out at them. He doesn't know what to do.
Has he ever been around any dogs in a normal, healthy, positive fashion?
Never off the leash.
Never.
He's always been, you know, we don't
really
let
know
him,
how to read
we
it.
don't
No, I
want to
can
see
just
what's going to happen, so we
decide
don't.
if he
yeah,
doesn't
okay.
happy. Yeah.
We've never let him get to that point
Yeah,
of biting.
we don't let.
So we don't really know how he is in a healthy situation.
Yeah.
It's okay. Big, and if he's intent on like doing damage, if he gets close enough, they just bite and grab, and they'll actually
They
like.
will hurt.
Oh yeah. And a lot of pits, they'll just bite and grab and like bite the neck and just hold like that, and typically it just causes puncture wounds. And I mean, if it goes and goes, of course things can tearing and things like that. But typically, if they mean business, they'll get a bite
When they
in
get a
there.
chance, they'll just.
Yeah, so, and they're pretty fast and pretty agile. So if he's been close enough and all he's done is like slobber and act the fool, then hopefully that's a good sign that he's not. His intent isn't to really like lock a dog down and do that. Have you guys ever done anything besides the harness?
Yeah, we used to, before the harness, we just had it on his neck.
He would choke.
Yeah, he would just choke himself.
Yeah.
He was,
Then we learned about the harness, and we
he
were like,
was
oh.
much smaller then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's never
Let's start the treatment. Yeah, it looks like he's just kind of making a lot of bad choices. Too stressed, too adrenalyzed, too excited. He hasn't been shown to do something else, so he can channel that in a positive way. So it's just, he doesn't know any better. He's just locked. He's just stuck in that, you know.
It sucks because we can't socialize because we always wanted to.
So he's never bitten anybody then?
Yeah.
A human?
Never.
Okay.
Only like playing tug of war on accident.
Okay.
We've never really, I don't think we've ever let him meet very many people just because, you know, like how he jumps on you?
Yeah.
Most of the time he does that, or he'll bark before so the person doesn't want to.
Yeah.
And then when it happens, they're just automatically like, oh, your dog's gonna attack me, and you know. So we never really get a chance to like let him meet new people.
Right. Well, like I said, the meeting other dogs is the last on our list. The first thing on our list is changing his state of mind, getting him calm, getting him relaxed, and getting him respectful and tuned in. Because he may be in your house in a different year, but he's not doing any of that. He's not doing any of that stuff here. So, and my guess would be that for his state of mind, there's not nearly enough structure or rules at the house for him. Like, I'm sure there's, for a lot of dogs it would probably be fine, but for him he probably needs a lot more of like, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, I need you to do this. And if you don't, he's like, you know, he's just stressed about it. So that's the main thing, is just to get him into a better zone where he's his best self. His best self. You know, his relaxed, chilled out self. And then when we get that guy, then we can start thinking about dog stuff. But really, that's like, that doesn't need to be the first thing.
Yeah. Wondering, like, since he doesn't like males, and I'm just wondering, how are you gonna interact with him if he's?
Oh, we'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tiny.
Hey.
Hey, Rocky.
Yeah, I've never let a stranger take the lead.
So just pull him back and just let him know you just disagree with that. So that, what he was just doing with me, is that what he tends to do?
I think
It's like people in the house, like if you had guys come over or something
But
like that.
he would have done it a lot sooner. But he hasn't done it for so.
He's just distracted here.
Oh.
Like your house is comfortable.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, they would avoid him coming in the same room.
I'm sure you guys have talked with Laura about, you know, structure, rules, leadership, and guidance, and all that good stuff. So you guys got a good feel for that, and are on board the whole enchilada with that, to make sure we give him what he needs.
Bought a nice cage. We have a baby door. We're gonna put him up on stairs, and yeah, we're not gonna let him go anywhere that he shouldn't be.
Okay.
But I guess
we gotta. This guy doesn't need spoiling right now. He doesn't need a lot of love and affection right now. He needs love in a different sense of, I need you to do this, like parental love. Like when a kid's gone astray, parents have to step up and go, I love you, but here's some tough love. I need you to do this, this, and this. And that's what he needs. He doesn't need treats and affection, and that'll be stuff that he gets when he's a rock star. Then you share something special with him, but he shouldn't be getting special stuff until he's giving you special stuff. And the special stuff he's giving is not the special stuff we want.
Okay.
So we really, I mean, for him to feel comfortable in his own shoes, he really needs to feel like he's got strong guidance from the humans in his world. That's what's going to make him not stressed out. It's going to make him comfortable.
so. I guess in a sense, we're the ones who need to be educated the most.
Well, it's everybody. You know, I mean, obviously he needs help, but as you guys do, so it's going to be a whole team effort to get everybody in a good space.
But we're all willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. I mean, whatever he tells us to do, we're gonna do.
We just need to make it as seamless as possible. What he experiences here, and then what he experiences with you guys, which will already be challenging because you guys are dog trainers. So there's already a challenge. So we just want to make sure that you guys just lay down the law as much as possible, as close to what we do here as possible. There'll be some fluctuations, but he should be in a good enough space that we'll ride that out and get him into a really nice spot. And then it becomes about convincing him that you two, who he's seen in a different way, now sees in another way, in a more positive, healthy way, which is able to guide him, able to control him, able to keep him from going bananas, able to protect him. Because if you can't control him, he doesn't even feel like you can protect him. It's a weird psychological thing for the dog, but he knows that you guys can't control him in his worst, so that makes him feel unsafe.
Hey everybody, it's Sean the Good Dog, and we've got Mr. Rocky here, Rocky Raccoon. You can see from his body language, Rocky's a very unsure, insecure guy. So, Rocky's had a whole host of issues. A lot of unpredictability, highly stressed, highly anxious, highly insecure, unpredictable around dogs and people. Jumping, charging, threatening male guests inside the house. He's gone after several dogs. He went after me a couple times yesterday. Whether they were it sounds like flying chimpanzees. We've got rare flying chimpanzees. Whether it was just a dominance kind of pushy, threatening thing, or whether he meant business. Hard to say. I didn't feel like there was a ton behind it, but it was still, big guy jumping at you, coming at you with some pretty nasty intent. And so ended up taking, got him muzzled, ended up taking him out, put a prong on him, and got him out for his first walk last night, just to kind of give us some relationship, some foundation to work with, and to be able to have him comfortably in the crate last night. I find that if I don't do that foundation work, the kennel and the crate energy can be really wacky. So today we're going to go out for his first daylight walk, and compared to his videos and what we saw yesterday of what his owners are dealing with, like massive pulling, dragging, completely disconnected, out of control, pretty dangerous stuff. Now he's in a much better gear. So I'm actually going to take his muzzle off. Me and him spent some time yesterday. I feel like things are in a fairly good spot. I'm going to have you just back up a little bit, Laura, so you don't put any pressure on him. Let's go. So let's get rolling. Get some motion going here. Okay. Now what you're going to see a fair amount of disconnect, pulling. He's so used to just tuning out and just doing his own thing that I'm going to be cultivating a lot, working with that a lot, and cultivating some new habits. But tuning out and just doing his own thing is kind of his gig. So you see, he's still unsure. Tail totally tucked. All I've done is take him out of his crate, and blocked. Well, didn't just take him out of his crate, but I've blocked all of his usual ways of dealing with the world, which are just bam, ramming, charging, just bustling through the world, which in my eyes is a very typical way we see dogs like this cope with their insecurity. It's a great way to cover up and obscure how freaked out, how frightened, how terrified they are of the world, just like people do the same thing. And when you block that, then you see this stuff, and you see what's really cooking underneath, and then we can actually start to build some new skills. Yep. So there's probably going to be a fair amount of, early in the morning, nice foggy day out here today. We haven't had this kind of stuff in a while. It's pretty great. Probably going to see me doing a fair amount of work with the leash, just to kind of keep him tuned in. So I'm trying to disagree with a lot of kind of his old habits of just disengaging, and I really want him to stay in a bubble with me, both physically and mentally. But compared to what we saw yesterday, what do you say, Laura? 1,000 times better, right? He's already in such better gear, so this is a really good sign for him and for his owners. He said, I just did one 25-minute walk last night, just to kind of get him used to listening and get him out of that kind of what I feel is a more dangerous, unsafe mode, where he's not connected, not used to listening, just reacting with no thought, no impulse control, any of that stuff. So one walk, you hear me talk about this all the time, right? Structure walk, we call these our leadership exercises. So our structured walk, thresholds,
which he was really nutty about, and then crate exercise. And already we've got a dog who's, tremendously different. There's dogs right there. A handy dandy pet convincer, which he really doesn't like, which is great for us and good for him. So, some mild interest, nothing serious. So that's pretty great. His energy level, and I don't mean energy like just excitement or his ability to run fast. I mean his energy, his state, his beingness is so dramatically different. This morning, sorry, a lot of cars, is so dramatically different this morning than it was just a handful of hours ago. Hasn't even been 24 hours. But he's back to being a dog again. He's back to being this kind of like mild-mannered guy, which is, I'm sure, who he really is, rather than this overly excited, agitated, adrenalized, unpredictable, charging bull. So, awesome stuff. So happy to see this. Concept that's near and dear to my heart, and what I firmly believe is a big part of the rehab process is, it goes for humans as well, kids with parents, dogs with owners, and that's the most terrifying place for a dog to be is in a position where he feels he's more powerful than his owners, where he feels he's the most powerful presence in his world, that no one can protect him, no one can control him, no one can control his environment, the whole deal. Showing him that I can actually be more powerful than him in a positive way, not in a domineering, not in a beating down way, but that I'm more powerful and that I can control his world, I can control him, I can control myself, I can control the environment, gives him access for the first time in his life to feeling comfortable, relaxed. And that's what we're seeing for the first time, is this guy being out on a walk and in an actually kind of sweet, mild mode. Why? Because I'm taking everything. I've proved to him that I can carry all this. All you have to do is be a dog. And in fact, I'll block you from doing anything else but being a dog. So not only am I saying you can do this, but I'm saying it's the only thing you're allowed to do. So this relationship and this concept is so essential to transforming dogs, especially because most of them that are struggling with insecurity issues, anxiety and stress that are coming from not having strong enough guidance, leadership, rules, and structure, and all that stuff. You hear me go on and on and on. Anyway, that's the speech for today. Buddy, ready to get out of here? Yeah. So yesterday I couldn't really get close to him when the owners were walking him because he was kind of dangerous. He would threaten me and jump at me and bark at me and do all this stuff, but now we got a sweeter guy. So great to see. Alright, so we got our first dog here at the park. Sit. That's your keister. Easter. So if he gives me too much, see how effective the pet convincer is around. Let's go. Come on. Sit. There we go. Nice. It's pretty good, right? Good technique. Yep. Hey everybody, he's looking pretty good. Rocky, the past terror, walking really nice. This is our 1.5 lap around the park. Been gone by dogs. Had a dog come running up to him off leash. Handled it nicely. Had several barky shenanigans dogs. Handled it really nicely. Looks pretty good, right? Walking by people and joggers. Not perfect. I'm still having to remind him, a bit to keep him here, but his demeanor from the previous video is so dramatically different. Awesome. See you guys around the bend. Yep.